What's up, guys, gals, and my other pals? This is a live stream. I tried to do it yesterday, only to find out 40 minutes in that my microphone is muted. But today we're here for take 2. We are going to be doing the same game, but it's okay because now I can try to do it in even less time. So, if you weren't here yesterday, which I don't blame you, what we're trying to do is we're going to try to make a game called PONG. It's really old, one of the first video games. And we have to do it in 45 minutes or less. And we have to do it in Gamemaker, which is a software that I love. And I have learned a lot in it, so let's just get started. So I have a timer right here, and we will start it in 3, 2, 1, go. Alright, so first we need to make some sprites. So let's do sprite player 1. And so then we need to edit the sprite because we don't have a sprite to load in. We have to make our own. So that's the standard canvas it puts in every time you put in a new canvas. So we want it to be a 16 by 64 pixel thing, because if you know Pong, it's just like a flat plane, and so that's what it's going to be. So make sure you get rid of aspect ratio so you can make it like a thin thing. Alright, so now we need player 2. Boom. And this is just going to be a rough game, like rough. So don't expect too much. 50, 200. Yep, there we go. And then make sure you click on it so that you can color it, or else it won't give you the option. Like, you won't be able to click on that. See? It doesn't work. Alright, so that's sprite player 2. Now we need a ball. And so first we need to do that. Then we click in there, and then to make this, we're just going to go into the biggest font brush size, zoom in as much as we can. Actually, no, we won't do that because that's stupid. What we're going to do is we are going to have it be a white ball. So there we go. And plop. I forgot it's in bucket. We need it to be brush. And then we can just plop. And then that's our ball. Save it. Do that. Alright, now we need our sprite goal, and this will make a lot more sense when you see it. So, or when we start programming the game. So we're just going to make this, let's make it like that color? No, that color. Make sure you turn back on your bucket tool, and also make sure your opacity is all the way to max, just so that it actually shows your color. Alright, so now we have sprite goal, and we also want something that we're going to add that is not in the original game. It is a boost. So when the ball will hit this object, well, alright, yeah. So when it hits this object, it will make the ball go 2 faster, which 2 Gamemaker speed units. So this will be yellow, and it will just be a dot. Plop. That's good. That's good. And then I think that's it. So now we can start our objects. So what you want to do is go into create object, and then we're going to start with player 1 because that is, actually, we're going to make all of them. And then we'll start programming. So player 1, and then duplicate. Player 2. Change it to player 2. And then, yeah, actually, I'm just going to duplicate again. This will be our ball object. Ball. And then I do need to actually make a new thing this time. object goal, because it won't be solid. So boom, object goal, and then we need three more objects. So our first object will be our boost, which will be assigned to this, and then we need two objects that won't have a sprite. So that will be object controller, which will set like gravity if that's what you were doing in a game. It would draw the score. It will make more sense later. And then we also need something that I'm just gonna call object bounce, and hopefully this will end up working, but if it doesn't, we can just scrap it. So first thing we want to do is object player 1, add event, keyboard, letters W. So basically when the W key is pressed, our thing will move in the up direction. Boom. At a speed of 6, our player 1 paddle. And so then you just want to do the opposite for S. So S will move you down at a speed of 6. And then you want to add event collision with ball. And we want to do reverse horizontal. Applies to object ball. So that will reverse the horizontal direction of the ball. I just want to make sure we're good on time, and we've only spent 6 minutes. Is the audio working? Sweet, it is. Let's check out the stream. Alright, sweet. Let's go back into here. Alright, so then we want to add collision with... Actually, that's it. That's the only thing our paddle will be colliding with. And then we want to open up object player 2 and do the same thing except with the up and down keys. So boom, up at a speed of 6, and then down at a speed of 6. So boom, boom, want to make sure you're doing the down direction and speed of 6. And then we want a collision with object ball and reverse horizontal direction. You don't want it to reverse vertical, because then it will be like going down into your paddle and then bounce back up to where it was going, which then will create a stale game. So we just want to keep it like this. So now we go into ball, and this is where things get interesting. So we want to do, when the room starts, it will be move in any direction. And you don't want up and down, or else it'll just get stuck like that, which is not fun because you have nothing to do to fix it. So, so next we're going to do a collision with, I just remembered I only made one goal, which is not what you're supposed to do. Duplicate goal 2, because this, it will make sense later. Just trust me. Goal. So we want a hiccup. We want to destroy the ball. So this will apply to the ball when it comes in contact with the goal. And then it will set the score relative to 1. So it will increase the score by 1. And then we copy this, duplicate collision with goal 2, but instead of 1, it's -1. So it will take away a point every time it collides with the goal. So now I'm just going to make a room real quick there. Alright, sweet. So we need one more thing that I didn't make, which was stupid, but I forgot. We need an object wall, but we also need a sprite for it. So insert empty, select that, and we're just going to make it black like how it is in normal PONG, if I can remember correctly. Don't quote me on that, but I think everything is like black and white. It's like grayscale. Alright, so now we have that, and we also need an object wall, and then we do that wall and solid. Actually, it doesn't have to be solid, but what the heck. So now ball. So we need to go back into ball, and we need to set a collision for object wall. And what it will do is it will reverse its vertical direction. So instead of going up, it will start going down once it collides with the wall. Or if it's going down, it will collide and start going up. So now the ball is done. Player 2 is done. Goal is done. Boost. Boost. Oh, we need to go back into ball. So a collision with boost. Now, I'm not sure how this will work, but if I do, no, speed horizontal, let's say 2 relative, and then speed vertical 2 relative. That may increase the horizontal and vertical speed by 2, but I'm not completely sure, because I've never done this before, and that's kind of why we're doing this, just to test out new things. So that works now, and well, hopefully it works. Now we want to go into let's set up object controller next. So we want to add a couple events. So the first thing is game start. We want it to draw the score, or alright, not room start, it will actually be draw, and then it will be if we go into draw, it is select color, so we will do white. Yep, it's already selected white, and then then we want it to draw the score, and we want it to draw at 550, 0. So 550x, y, 0. And it's not relative. So let me just show you where that is real quick. If we open this up, you can see the coordinates of my mouse right there. So as it moves, it changes. So 550 would be about there, like in between here. So that gives it enough space to write the word score and write the score. So that will just make sure it has enough space to do that. Because last time I made this game, or when I was, I guess I have to call it practicing, the score was cut off at SCO, so it just said SCO, which is not good. So now, it won't be after a set number of games that you end. You get to choose when you end. So what I'm going to do is key press. The end is going to be space. So if someone hits space, the game ends. And this is what will happen once the game ends. So we want to start a block. So if we need to go down to score. So if score, so we're testing score. If the score's value is equal to, is larger than 1, then display a message, player 1 wins, woohoo, and then restart game. Else, where's else? There's else. So if that doesn't happen, if the score is less than 1, or is less than -1, I'm gonna change that to 0, which means it has to be 1. And so then we will, I'm getting sidetracked. Else, display message, player 2 wins, woohoo, and restart game. Now, the way I'm going to fix this, alright, so the one big problem this has, there it is, the one big problem this has is that if the score is 0, technically it should be a tie, but player 2 wins because of the block I set up. I'm looking for an end block. There it is. So, how we're going to fix this is I had something thought up and I can't remember it anymore. Oh, I just realized I need to add an end game. No, I don't. So press space. If score is larger than 0, display a message. Restart the game. Alright. So, how we're going to fix this is game start. We're just going to add 1 point. Which means that is basically 0. Except it's not. It would have to be 0.5, but I don't think I can do that. You know, it's just going to be a little bit biased to player 2. So, that sucks, but, I mean, I can't think of any other way to fix it, so I'm not going to fix it. There. So now object controller is pretty much done. Now we want to do object bounce. So what this will do is when the game starts, it will bounce in any direction it feels. And it will bounce at a speed of 10. And so then we're going to add an event step. So whenever it takes a step, it will... So we're going to start a block, and then test chance 60. So boom, and then so like it will have a 1 in 60 chance to create instance of boost at relative. So wherever bounce is bouncing around, it will create it there. And then you bring in repeat a crap ton of times. And then end block. So now, I'm hitting the microphone. So now with that set up, I'm going to add a sprite to object bounce just to make sure that it's working. So we can start building our thing. We have our object wall. So this is our room, and this is where our object is. So this is where you can select all your different objects and to place them into your room. I'm just making sure we're good on time. Alright, we've spent 20 minutes doing this. We're fine. The bulk of this has been done, I hope. So now we just need to place this in a way so that we just need the top and bottom, because the sides are going to be placed with the goals. So this, if I'm getting this correct, I just want to make sure. So ball collision with goal, set the score relative to 1, which means that will make the player 1 start winning, because, alright, so it actually needs to be on the opposite side. So we just need to do this. Nope. This. There we go. And then goal 2 will be on this side. Plop, 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 plop. Oh, crap. So now we can place our paddles. Player 1. I think that's the middle. And then player 2. That might actually be a little high for the middle. Well, this is at 592.24, and the room is 480, so it would actually need to be at 240. Which this is at 192. Oh, so that right there is the middle. So I actually need to go to objects. And that would be like as close as the middle as we can get. Yeah, 240. Sweet. Alright, so now that we have our paddles placed, next we want to place our ball right in the middle so that it's fair. And then we want our object controller to just be placed somewhere where it won't make too much of a hassle. Because I'm not sure if the ball will collide with it or not, but I don't think so. So this is goal 2. And then we also need our object bounce. We can just place it there for now. And I'm actually going to remove the ball so we can test our object bounce. And that is it for now. Now we can check if this works. So let's just test this. Open it up. And if this works, it's lagging. That's not good. I'm just gonna, close the program? Oh my gosh. Alright, this is going to make me remember that I need to save. So just, YouTube. Yes, override it. Alright, so I think the problem is in our object bounce. I'm just gonna do it 1,000 times. That's 10,000. Why not? Why not 10,000 times, huh? Exactly, no answer. So, maybe with this, maybe it won't crash this time. Please don't crash. Alright, I forgot to set collision with the walls. So, add event collision wall. It is going to reverse a vertical. Applies to self, and then collision with goal. Goal will reverse horizontal, and then we can duplicate this because it is the same event happening for goal 2 as well. So now, if we check this, it should work. I'm just gonna sit up in my chair because I've been leaning back, which is not good for your back. Alright, so now I think this should, what the heck? Alright, so it just went straight through the goal. Maybe if I make the goal solid, and then bounce, add event, step. I can't add another step. Alright, well then, what's in game start? Bounce against all objects. Alright, please work this time, or else I might be really upset, because I don't know how else I would get this to work. Alright, it looks like it's going smooth. Alright, so, oh sweet, it's placing the boosts. Is it gonna place any more? Oh, there's another one. There's another. Ooh, wow, 2 in a row. Alright, while this is cool and all, it doesn't do anything so far. What the heck? Oh, crap. I think I know. That's not supposed to happen. So, first of all, I think do that and we do that. I think we have the same player 2. Player 2. Is that 240? Sweet. And then player 1, yeah, I think when I was fixing them, I accidentally put the same one twice. So, is that 240? Yes, it is. Alright. So we have that fixed. And now we need to add a ball. But I'm going to get rid of collision with object goal, just because I don't want us to constantly score. Or you know what, even better, I'm going to put those back in. Goal. delete instance applies to self. Oh yeah, and I just remembered something. Alright, I'm glad I did this. So set score relative to 1, and then it needs to display a message. Player 1 scored. And then we duplicate this for goal 2, yet the score is -1, and the message is player 2 scored. And also, it will then restart the room. Restart room. Restart room. Alright, sweet. So now we have that situated. So now we can place an object ball in here. And what my solution was just do this. That way, it physically can't touch it. I think I may have just gotten rid of my object controller. Yeah, I did. So my object controller will have to move. It's gonna move right there. So, hopefully this works. We're coming up on 20 minutes, which we're running out of time. Alright. There are so many things wrong with this. Gamemaker. There you go. I'm gonna run in debug mode to see if this will work. Hopefully it will. But if it doesn't, that's kind of annoying. Let's hope it works. Alright, so... Whoa! Okay. Well, that just basically made it impossible. So, what I'm going to do is... Object bounce. Alright, so when it does the step, I'm going to edit this to a 2. I'm going to delete this. Delete this. Delete this. Actually, I'm going to edit this to like a 1 in 1,000 chance. No. I know how I'm going to fix this. I'm going to change this to a begin step. So, change event. So when it begins its step, it will have a 1 in 2 chance of creating a boost. And so actually, I'm just going to completely get rid of this because we don't need it. So this will actually just go, so bounce will go right there. No, it will go right there. So every time the game starts, the ball or the boost has, you know what, I'm just gonna, alright, how am I gonna do this? Alright, so I am actually gonna do step. So, step, 1 out of 1,000 chance. Spawn a create boost relative. So, now, we do need that game start again. Where is it? Game start. Move any direction. I'm gonna do that just so it's bouncing around a bit more at a speed of 10, and then bounce against all objects. And so now we can get rid of this crap. Is that 240? It is. Alright, so now we can get rid of this one, and this one. 240, 240. I am going to now add a, where is it? Goal. It's goal 2. And then I am going to add our bounce, which I will keep the, I'll keep the sprite on for now, because I want to make sure it actually works. I want to make sure you can see it all. So, why did it just get stuck there? Well, is it going to make a boost? It doesn't look like it. Huh. Now, the ball is already getting some problems. So, the ball actually has no collision with... Wait. Alright, I'm just gonna delete this and put the collision in the ball, like how I did it last time. So, object ball, add event collision, not collision with ball, add event collision, player 1, reverse horizontal movement, applies to self, and duplicate this for player 2 as well. So, that's one problem fixed. Now if we go into object bounce, deleting this, add event trigger. Alright, so I don't have the pro version because I don't see any use in it. What are alarms? I'm just not gonna mess with that. So, no. How about... You know what? Let's make this another thing of the, like, you can do it. So I'm going to make this the enter key. So, yeah, it's easy for both people to reach. Alright, I'm going to make it the enter key for... Screw all of this. I'm sorry for my potty mouth. So I'm going to make it D. I'm going to make it a key press. Key press. Hiccups. D. What it will do is it will create a boost. So, boosts are completely in the power of the people playing. And then I'll also duplicate this for key press. And then, so, you can do left, and then I'm also going to duplicate it for A, because that's, so basically you play with WASD, but A and D do the same, and then you also play with the arrow keys, but the left and right arrow keys do the same thing. Duplicate, key press, right. Alright, so I think this fixes all of our problems. Let's check it out. So, let's see. We only have 12 minutes left, but I don't think we'll be using all that time. Because, I mean, we might not have to. And crap. Okay, I realized I forgot a no key. And that just broke the game. So, the boost isn't moving. There are so many things I have to fix. Okay. First of all, I'm just gonna fix this real quick. Add event other game end. So actually, in our press space, So actually, we're also going to add, so we're going to, stop that. We're going to change this event to game end. Change event, other, game end. Doesn't work? Okay. We're going to delete this and delete this. Alright, yeah, we're just going to completely delete this. Alright, so key press space. This will end the game. Add event. Game end. Oh, this is why. Okay. So now I go into so start block. Score test larger than 1. Then display message. Display message. Player 1 wins. Hurrah. Else. Display message. Player 2 wins. Hurrah. And then do that. Alright, so that was the simplest one to fix. What's our time? Oh my gosh, 10 minutes. Alright. Alright. Our next problem is that the boost, or the bounce isn't moving, which I don't know why. So, maybe I can fix this. I'm not completely sure what is wrong. So that was our other problem. And then, oh, we need a no key. Add event, no key. Plop. Add event, keyboard, no key. The no key keeps the boards from sliding, which you saw them doing. Alright, so now we're going to run in debug mode just so that we can easily restart it if we have to. This is stressful. Hopefully we can get everything completed. Alright. Come on. Alright, so everything is moving. Except that isn't moving. Oh, I know why. Alright. Alright. Restart. Yeah, alright, so the ball only, or the boost bounce only, alright, so we need to change event to room start. And maybe this will work. And that's our last problem, so we might have 7 minutes to spare, which is not the same amount of time I had to spare when I did this yesterday. It was a lot harder yesterday. Alright, it was a lot easier yesterday. Alright, so collide. Woohoo, it works. Will it create a boost? It will create a boost. Now, how do I make it get that? Alright, so another thing I'm noticing is that I need to remove one other thing, which is the ball. Where is it? When room starts, edit values, it can't go that way or else it just gets stuck there and either player can just keep their thing there and it won't happen. There is another thing. Collision with object, wall, reverse vertical direction. And I think that's it. But I could be totally wrong and this all fails and it sucks, but we're gonna test it out anyways. Alright, let's test this out. So, if it loads, alright, boost. Now, how am I going to get that to hit it? I do have it to bounce not precisely, right? Whoa! Okay, so hitting the boost is pretty much like an automatic, like, oh, someone's screwed. Alright, so that's really sinister. You know, I'm gonna keep it. I love it. Oh, you know what? I am gonna add something. Boost. Add event collision with boost. Delete both instances. Delete instance self. Delete instance other. So that if you just try to spam it, it will just keep on deleting itself. Let's see if that works. So I'll just like keep on spamming it and see if it just deletes. Bah! Sorry, I just felt like I had to. 5 minutes left. Let's see if we can do this. Alright, could you like not score? Could you not? Alright, so it is working. That is awesome. I think that's it. Yeah, that looks like it's it. Alright, so, that is it. We made Pong in, let's stop the timer. Well, I can't, but 4 minutes and 40 seconds. So we made it in 41 minutes and 20 seconds. And we even added something to make up for the things we had to take out. So, that was Pong. I'll show you a demo of it. Obviously, no, that's not the right thing. That was OBS. Alright, let's just do a demo run to show you of me playing against myself. It's, like, awesome. Awesome. Alright, let's see. Alright, player 1 scored. I want to add a boost there. Ooh. Oh, I was paying attention. Oh. There's something else I need to change. Object bounce is supposed to have no sprite. So to make it even wackier, you don't know where it is. So if you spawn a boost, it could be right next to you, and then you like just absolutely die. So it makes it risky, which I love. Okay. And it also makes it easier so you don't lose it. I'm spawning boost in, but it's not showing. So I might have yet another problem. So, press the left. Yeah, object boost has a thing. You know what? How much time do I have? Enough time. I'm going to make a sprite that is bounce. So it's going to be very hard to see, but you will be able to see it. The opacity is going to be like 100, and then it will be just a black plop. Alright, that's a bit too easy to see. 50. 25? Erase. That's not what I wanted to do. Oh yes, that's perfect. Like barely visible, but perfect. Alright. Bounce. Oh sweet. Alright, let's see if you can see this. Now I will be back in a second. I have to grab something. Don't distract me while I'm doing a stream, Skylar. Jeez. Crap. Alright, so now, oh yes, it works now. Alright, but it's only a bit too visible, and I hate that. So, oh, player 2 wins. Oh, sweet. Alright, how much time do I have left? Oh my gosh, I have a minute. Ah! Where's the race? There it is. Alright, opacity 15. Yeah, I like it. And we want to make sure object bounce still has it. Alright, sweet. File, save as, YouTube, replace. That's it, boys. That's it. 22 seconds left on the clock. That's it. We did it. We made it. You pretty much got to see the final product. It was basically the full game, except the opacity of the bounce was a bit lower. But that will be it for the stream. I will see you all